Usman Nurmagomedov will be taking on Paul Hughes on January 25th for the Bellator lightweight title in Dubai. This is a good fight. Usman Nurmagomedov is 18-0. Paul Hughes has won 7 in a row and has a 12-1 record. They're dubbing this Dagestan versus Ireland Part 2. When you order Khabib versus Conor on Wish. But Khabib and Conor may be cornering these guys, so it could be a chaotic scene there at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai. Dubai's Department of Tourism is partnering with the PFL. The multi-year partnership includes the PFL staging major annual global events dubbed Road to Dubai and developing future UAE fighters. Alex Pereira still in South Korea. He's taking on Dawoon Jung in a sparring session Saturday, 1 to 3 p.m. Some of these sparring sessions are fucking crazy, so this might be interesting. Dawoon Jung has competed in the UFC's light heavyweight division since 2019. He's coming off a loss to Umar Sy in September in Paris. Darren Till's boxing Tommy Fury January 18th. John Wayne Parr says Till was supposed to box him in June. Parr says, back in March, Darren Till paid me $10,000 to sign the contract to box him in Dubai at the end of June. After I received the money, there was no more contract. 6 weeks later, I'm reading he signed to fight on the undercard of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson card the first time they were matched up. That was the easiest $10,000 ever. If the fight did happen, he would have got paid $125,000. Instead, he got $10K to do essentially nothing. Darren Till says if he's losing against Tommy Fury, he's going to start throwing kicks, so he's been practicing some of those kicks. Till most certainly is going to lose this fight. He's unmotivated, out of shape, and he is less skilled in the pure boxing department. Till jokes if he's losing the boxing match, he's going to kick him in the head, but that exact scenario happened last month when undefeated MMA fighter Idris Abdurrashidov, who's fought in one championship, took a boxing match, was losing the boxing match, and then decided to kick his opponent in the head and knocked him out and got disqualified. Obviously, he faced a lot of criticism for this. Ban this guy for life. Don't let him compete anywhere. You're getting embarrassed and you had to cheat classless, and I'm glad you're banned for life. 0-1 in boxing. Have to be banned from all of the sports. But just a couple weeks later, a couple weeks ago, also in Thailand, he took a kickboxing match, he won that match, and he won a belt too. They should bring that belt now. You're ashamed to all combat sports, your team and fans as well. People aren't afraid of you. You don't even get to fight strikers under one. Abdurrashidov also didn't seem remorseful at all, which probably pissed people off a lot more. So I made my debut in pro boxing and was disqualified for life. I threw that kick automatically. Or another translation is I threw out this kick with a machine gun. In one championship, left meteorite Kulabdam will be taking on John Lineker in a bantamweight Muay Thai fight Friday, January 10th at 1 Fight Night 27. So that's left meteorite versus hands of stone, John Lineker. This will be John Lineker's third Muay Thai fight for one championship. He's taken 2 in the past 3 months. He won both of them, one by left hook, one by right hook. Garry calls out Colby Covington for not fighting him December 14th, but being willing to fight Joaquin Buckley on that date. He's been ducking me for 7-8 months. I signed for the baddest man in the division, and this guy comes out of the effing shadows. Garry does make a good argument, and he's the only guy who was willing to fight Shavkat on December 7th. A lot of guys talked a lot, but they weren't willing to step up. Garry has earned more respect amongst fans for not only talking the talk, but walking the walk, and he'll make that walk at UFC 310 in the co-main event against Shavkat. Winner takes on Bilal Muhammad, who has a mural of himself in the streets of Chicago. CM Punk excited about that. I want every single person in my circle to succeed. Randomly walking through my neighborhood and seeing a mural of my friend made me ridiculously happy, inspired, and fired up. The magic you seek is in the work you're avoiding. Apparently ticket sales for 310 hasn't been great. Maybe it's because the main event, the flyweight division, isn't the most popular division. Pantoja isn't the most mainstream champion at all. Kaya Sakura is a promotional newcomer. Update on 310 ticket sales for T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. They're really bad. Markdowns already happening. 1,200 tickets to 1,000. 1,000 tickets to 750. Even with papering, could get real ugly. The erosion of the Vegas market for UFC is a big story. In terms of arenas, the UFC did 3 in Vegas this year. 300, 303, and 306. 300 and 303 were at the T-Mobile, and 306 was at the Sphere. Aside from that, in Vegas, they just do events at the Apex, and that only holds a couple people. Alexander Volkov versus Cyril Gane's also on that card. Volkov's been at the USCPI Scientific Research Department developing a new hydroxy capsule for high altitude conditions. Volkov versus Gane is a rematch from 2021 that Volkov lost by decision. Since that time, he's 5-1. Since that time, Cyril Gane is 3-2. The winner of this fight may get a title shot, the assumption being Jones vacates the belt and Aspinall gets promoted to being the undisputed champ. BKFC kicks off 2025 with Alvarez versus Stevens. Also next year, they're going to be doing a tournament that spans many months, which will culminate in a $25 million prize.
4 years, 27 countries, 25 million.
Different start time for PFL's show next Friday. It's going to be a Friday afternoon, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. 6 title fights, $1 million on the line for each fight. Dana White says he owes the Tachi Palace Casino in California a favor because they were the only venue that were willing to do an event for him at the beginning of the pandemic when he was looking for a venue and everyone else was saying no. One championship signed, Marcelo Garcia. They're asking who should be first for him. Maybe a younger guy like Cade Rutolo or an older guy like Shinya Aoki, amongst others. Frank Mir's son, Cage Mir, commits to Lander University. Excited to announce I'll be continuing my education and wrestling journey at one of the top D2 programs in the country, Lander University. Also like to thank my parents, Mrs. Mir and Frank Mir, for everything they have done for me. Frank says, I've opened doors for them, but they took it from there and blasted through. Extremely proud father right here. Yes, my boy. The state of Frank Mir's head has a lot of people confused. It's shaped like the number 8. Bro looks like he wore goggles for too long. Bro tried the Waterman rubber band challenge on himself. Bro, what the hell happened to the shape of your head? Frank skipped Temple Day. Has your head always been shaped like that? Why your head look like that? Why he's shaped like a Wallace and Gromit character? Growth hormone abuse can cause an irreversible condition called acromegaly, which is an overgrowth of bones in the face, hands, and feet. Frank Funhouse Mirrorhead Mir. Frank Mir had a doping violation in the past by USADA. He didn't rule out it being possibly due to kangaroo meat. The card of the weekend, UFC 309. Jones versus Miocic comes in 4th all time for the largest announced gates of all time.
It definitely seems like ticket prices must played a big role in this.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people feeling priced out of seeing their favorite fighters.
Like how hard it is to justify spending hundreds, even thousands of dollars,
Right.
just to go to one event.
Yeah.
Like, do I go to a UFC event or do I like pay my bills?